season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point.
He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Raiders 0. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jimenez, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Carr. He hits Adams, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On 1st down, Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and goal from the 1. Up the middle they go. Jimenez. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground. Hall. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards for him on the ground.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Steps away. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
end zone comes Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That was absolutely a letdown or a breakdown in coverage, because what I saw was cover 3. Both corners having an outside third each. A safety should be in the middle. And when they threw the ball across the middle, the safety was nowhere to be found, and a big play resulted.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go with White on the counter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Raiders at 3-11 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On 2nd and 2, Carr, throw left side complete. That's Jimenez. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal. Carr now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that. Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster. Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is. Carlson now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At their own 18-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 14-14.
Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down, Jets.
On first down, right back to Hall. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Hall again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. On play action, now Carr rolling to his left. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
There for the tackle, Jacob Martin. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw his Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 34 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here, a back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 51-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now Carr. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good start, throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Carr. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
He's got a man, complete, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And no return here for Agnew, and they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Ball again on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, and he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down to about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
The hole ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Carr. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From midfield, here's Carr. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Carr to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So given 3 on that drive, normally we'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, New York.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 9. Man, 206 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Carter. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw is Wilson. That's a screenplay here for Carter. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Dawson Knox, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
42. Raiders 27. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 30 on second down, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Running left, it's Hall. 215 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Jets.
Again, it's Penny. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Paul ought to give up the middle.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal? That'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And the Jets first down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Raiders 27.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 28.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jimenez, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. He finds his man complete. That's Jimenez. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it.
These guys are not giving up anything.
And that would complete.
And a loose football.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st down, it's Jimenez, and he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Raiders 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bet. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
But let's watch it and find out who's right.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap.
Touchdown! Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Come on, set. Let up.
And they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.